Ladies and gentlemen, a record breaking number of Americans are homeless as rent continued to surge across the country. And, ultimately, these property owners are going to hurt themselves because what's happening, y'all, people are not renting like they used to. And when they see these high prices, their property are just going to sit there and nobody's going to rent it from them because it's just too much money. And it's wrong that these politicians sit there, they're seeing this happen, and they're not doing anything to regulate it. So, the way I see it is going to be lose lose at the end of the day. It's going to be a loss for the landlord because nobody's going to rent at the prices that you're asking. And then you're going to have a whole flood of homeless people out on the streets. So, but it's amazing, ladies and gentlemen, all of the same people that complain about reparations, you notice you don't hear all these strong cries against paying for these migrants that are coming up in here. You don't hear them like that. And you certainly don't hear them complaining about homeless, but they generally hate poor people anyway. But a growing number of Americans are ending up homeless as soaring rent in recent years squeeze their budgets. According to a January 25th report, Harvard's Joint Center for Housing Study, roughly 653,000 people are reportedly homeless as of January 2023, roughly up 12% from the same year prior, 48% in 2015. It marks the largest single year increase in the country's unhoused population on record. Homelessness, a long problem in states such as California and Washington, also increase historically more affordable parts of the country. Arizona, Ohio, Tennessee, and Texas have seen the largest growth in their unsheltered population due to rising local housing costs. The alarming jump in people struggling to keep a roof over their head became amid blistering inflation in 2021 and 2022, and as surging rent prices across the US outpaced the workers' wage rate. So wages are not going up, but the rent is consistently going up. So, and yeah, these ultimately be a problem. Although the range of factors can cause homelessness, high rents, and expiration of pandemic relief contributed to the spike in housing insecurity, according to researchers. In the first year of the pandemic, renter protections, income supports, and housing assistance helped starve off a considerable rise in homelessness. However, many of these protections ended in 2022 at the same time when rents were rising rapidly and increasing numbers of migrants were prohibited from working. As a result, the number of people experiencing homelessness jumped nearly 17,000 in 1 year, according to a report. Rent in the U.S. has steadily climbed since 2001. An analysis of the census and real estate data, the Harvard researchers found that half of all U.S. households across income levels spent between 30 and 50% of their monthly pay on housing in 2022, defining the costs burdening some 12 million tenants were severely cost burdened the year, meaning they spent more than half of their monthly income on rent and utility, up 14% from pre pandemic levels. People earning $45,000 to $74,999 per year took the biggest hit from rising rent. On average, 41% of their paycheck went towards rent and utilities. The Joint Center for Housing Study said tenants should generally allocate more than 30% of their income towards rent, according to a U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Although the rent market is showing signs of cooling, the median rent in the US was $1,964 in December of 2023, up 23% from before the pandemic, according to online housing market rent. By comparison, inflation adjusted weekly earnings for the median earner rose 1.7% between 2019 and 2023. Government data shows rapidly rising rent combined with wage losses in the early stages of the pandemic have underscored the inaccuracy of the existing housing safety net, especially times of crisis, the Harvard report stated. So, y'all, this looks bad. You got all this rising homelessness out here, and all Joe Biden wants to do is take care of a bunch of migrants that don't pay any taxes here. And it's amazing. All of the same people, you know, you don't hear them complaining about a thing. So it is what we said it was as far as reparations is concerned. But homelessness, when you're pouring money into other countries, spending money on war, spending money on housing people that were not even born and raised here, as you watch record number Americans become homeless, is unforgivable. This nation doesn't deserve to survive. You really truly don't. You're lucky to be where you are today. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.